Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Transport and asks, what recent announcements has the government made around transport investment?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker.
Order. I just say to members, please be a little more reasonable on interjections. They've just been too loud today on my left. Please be a little more reasonable. The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Speaker, earlier today I launched the National Land Transport Program for 2012-15, which details $12.28 billion of transport spending over the next 3 years, the largest three-year transport spending program in the country's history. The program focuses on key areas like economic development, road safety and reduction of congestion. The government is committed to making important investments while getting the best value for taxpayers in this big infrastructure spend.
Jami-Lee Ross.
How is the government showing its commitment to public transport?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, the government's investing over
Order. I apologise to the Minister. Now listen, I'm on my feet. And ministers on this occasion, please be restrained. How can I ask the Labour office front bench to be interjecting less if I have ministers carrying on like that? But please, members, please be a little more reasonable. The Honourable Gerry Brownlee. Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Wasn't it one of the government members who said he's not as bad as Paul Goldsmith?
Order. I think the House is at its fun. The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, the government is investing over $1.7 billion in public transport, an increase of 21% on the 2009-12 actual spend. This includes spending on new infrastructure like new rolling stock and improvements in ticketing and real-time systems in urban centres. The government believes in public transport as an important element to solving congestion problems in major cities.
Jami-Lee Ross.
How is the government investing in local roads?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, another good news story here. Under the National Land Transport Program 2012-2015, the government's investing over $4 billion, which is an increase of 14% on the 2009-2012 actual spend. No roading controlling authority is receiving less funding than their previous allocation. In July 2011, the government formed the Road Maintenance Task Force to drive value for money and seek opportunities to reduce costs in roading authorities around the country. Their interim findings will also help NZTA and local authorities work together to achieve greater efficiencies in tough economic times.
Jami-Lee Ross.
How is the government continuing to invest in state highways, including the roads of national significance?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, is a particularly good story. The government's committed to the state highway network, including the Roads of National Significance program, and is investing over $5 billion over the next 3 years, 7% more than in the previous program. These roads will improve access to our ports and markets and are linked to our 5 largest centres of economic activity. Victoria Park Tunnel, the first of the Roads of National Significance, was completed in 2012 under the stewardship of the previous minister, ahead of schedule and within budget. The Waikato Expressway, Tauranga Eastern Link, Western Ring Route, Wellington Northern Corridor, Puhoi to Wellsford and the Christchurch motorways will all be progressed in the next short while.
Phil Twyford, supplementary question.
Isn't it true that today's announcements really show that local roads and state highway maintenance continues to be starved to pay for his gold-plated motorway projects, that Kiwi Rail is being set up to fail, and that now he's having to borrow and raise taxes to make up for his wasteful mismanagement?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, no, it shows that the member asking the question has a very dismal view of the portfolio.
Question number 6, Matirio Ture.